How are you? My name is Janet. I came to South Africa about 25 years back, but my mother had just come earlier, 1994 is when they had independence. We're looking for a better future, and we have made South Africa to be our home. So whatever affects South Africa affects me because this is my second home. My kids are born here. My oldest is 23, and I have a 13-year-old boy as well. So this is home for me.
This is home for you.
Yes, because I go home once every 2 years. So here I have many friends than home. I got more family here. So everything that affects South Africa affects me. If it's the parks, affects me. If it's the homelessness, if it's unemployed, it also affects me. Because I believe South Africa to be my home. It's my first home. My second home is back in Kenya.
And how do you came about like this craft business? Like when do you start it and how opened up the chance for you to start it?
When my mother came to South Africa, she came to sell art and craft first. She's late now. She passed away in 2005. So when she came to do the big craft business, when she became sick, I came to see her. And she needed someone to take over the business because we used to have these stalls used to be upstairs and we used to have a big market as well. So I came to take over from her. Unfortunately, she passed over and I had to take on the business. I was not into art so much. I was like, this is not the thing. My passion is cooking and feeding people. I can feed 1,000, even 2,000. I don't mind cooking and standing in the kitchen. So it was not a passion at first. It was just something, it's our legacy. I can't throw it away. And then my brother started working here. He was making this art. Unfortunately, one day, 2 years ago, he slept. He never woke up. We only realized 2 days later that he didn't come to work because that day he passed on that night. The following day, we thought he was coming with it. Maybe he was tired because we were having a big order. So the whole day, nobody contacted him. In the evening, we tried to call him. The following morning is when the girlfriend said, your brother hasn't been answering my calls. And I'm like, but you live next to him, go check. That's when they find he never woke up. So it was sad because it was like after 24 hours, he had already died and we didn't know. It was very sad. So the big order was still on. The customer had paid 70% of the money and we needed to finish making these giraffes. Everybody I was giving, they didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. So I took one of my brother's piece. I sat in the house. I locked myself in the house. After the funeral and everything was done, we talked to the customer, like my brother has passed. He gave us extra time to finish the work. So I closed myself in the house for like 2 days, learning his art, undoing and unwrapping and undoing and unwrapping. I became perfect at it and everybody said, how did you learn that? And I'm like, I guess my brother's blessing flowed towards me because I'm able to educate his child. He's got a baby girl. And I'm able to continue the family legacy. That's how I came to learn doing it. Because everybody, even here at the market, they ask, how did you learn to do that? And I'm like, I cannot tell you. It has only been God and my brother taking care of us. Because it's something that I learned less than 2 years ago. And the perfection of it, everybody says, you're even doing better work than your brother. So I came to learn, it's interesting. So I'm carrying his legacy on because he's the one who started this art.
That's so wonderful. So can you tell a bit, it is like those products, right, that you're talking about?
Yes, these products, they have the different giraffes and the original thing is normally like this, a frame. We start with a frame. And then we use different fabrics to wrap it around. You see we've got different colors. I think I got some pieces of fabrics over here. I can show you the fabrics and then...
Yeah, I think when we first met, like you were wrapping those around, so that's already very interesting to see.
Yes. So this is the fabrics that we use.
So these are like local fabrics, right?
Yes, local fabrics, shweshwes, different colors. Sometimes we look for colors that are not shweshwe because we have girls and boys who want pretty colors. Yeah, so we wrap this around the wire, the metal. So that's how we started this business. Because before we used to do beadwork. And I'm like, why can't we use the fabric? We started using leftovers and now until you're buying raw bands of fabrics.
Yeah, I love it because as you said, like the beads are kind of everywhere, but this is special.
Yeah, this is special.
It's so colorful and so just giving such a good vibe. So that's how we actually discovered it, right? We were seeing it and like this is giving you actually joy when you see it.
Yeah, it gives the South African vibe of the joy that we share with everybody.
Perfect.
And the rainbow nation that we are. That's why they're so colorful.
And maybe I will tell you a bit like what we are doing. So we are Roots and Bridges, and we build safe parks. These are safe spaces where in the rural areas, the kids can come and be safe and supported, fed, and they can play. But then they also get additional development help for their specific ages. So we start with early child development and then go through learning gardens, certain skill sets, sports, music program, art, and then later on, they will learn as well, like they will get school support, and then at some point, hopefully, learn some business skills and also start their business, because the rural areas are very like left out from every NGO or anything. Like the kids can't even, when they come to school, they often can't speak English. They don't even know how to use a scissor or something like that, right? And so we want to actually sell your wonderful craft in our online store.
Yeah.
So I think that's a three-way win. It is supporting you and your family,
supporting the community,
and is supporting the community in the rural areas, and and is supporting our work and the business we are doing. So when you hear that, like, what does it do to you when you hear that your craft will actually support the kids that are very needy?
As I told you, my first passion for cooking was catering. I like cooking and I love cooking. So when I started cooking, I was cooking for a homeless shelter. So I love when something is going back to our community. It helps and makes people a better place. Because it's bad when you go somewhere and you find these people don't understand what's going on in the country, in the modern world. You go there, you find like, oh, does that really exist? And you'll be like, where have they been? But when you build safer parks for the children and they're able to interact more and they're able to learn out the world, even when they grow up, when they go out of the community, they're able to do greater things because they have learned the skills of life. Because back in the rural areas, there's skills that you won't learn for town. For if you get a job in the urban area, what you are doing back in the rural area is not what we do in the urban area. So with the parks and the safe places that you're building, it makes me happy to know that the people who are coming, the children that are learning, they are learning more about the world as well. Because we might think we are all socially connected, but somehow, somewhere, when you go to the rural areas around here, you find that they do not know anything. Yeah. They have a different mindset. From a child from here, Johannesburg, and a child in the rural area, they are totally different people. Yes.
Yeah,
so I'm so happy that we're able to take care of the children and they're able to learn new things. And we build our society like that. That way in future, we know our society is growing even from the rural. And when the rural area grows, also us as the urban people, we grow. It makes less difficult for the people in the urbans because your family doesn't have to keep calling, we don't have food, we don't have that. So, they're able to learn more. Even in future, there will be no we call it black social tax, whereby your family cannot take care of themselves and you're the only one who's living in the urban area. So everybody is able to integrate with each other and help each other and make a better life for everybody. So that's my joy about it.
Is there something like that is like very dear to you, that is like something that's really on your heart when you think about your craft and the stuff that you're doing?
The craft. The thing I love about craft is like my mother taught us with this craft. I'm teaching, this is what made us to go to school. My mother was a single mother. We finished school and I'm able to be here to take care of my children and my brother's children, and we're able to go to children. So I can see the legacy that is there, and I'm also teaching my daughter to be able to learn art, not only office work. This can also be a source of livelihood. So because I have a grown-up child, she's 23, she's finished with school and university through this art. So it's something we want to teach people, that it's a livelihood that can be consistent for the whole family and generation. So you can see we've already have 3 people working in the same generation. I'm also teaching my daughter to come in through and see how it is done and know that it can make an effective livelihood. It is not only about being employed in office, working in a computer, exactly like that.
And what do you think when you hear that actually your craft is going around the world and maybe being something very important in Germany as well for people? Like, what do you think about that?
When I hear that my craft is in different countries, I always say, when one of the pieces falls down, it makes me happy because I know it's going somewhere where it's loved more than here. I know my piece of art, my hard work, something that I've touched and put passion in, it is in somebody's house. Somebody's loving it much more better than we are here, because we see it just as different art. But when you have one in the house, you'll be like, this is beautiful. I've never seen something like this. You'd be interested in it. To become a focal point of discussion, it'd be like, oh, why those colors? Oh, we have the shweshwe. Oh, where is shweshwe from? It's from South Africa. So it comes a conversation on the dinner table, because most of the time we go to dinners and we're on our phones. But when you have a masterpiece like this in your house, you'll be like, oh, where did you get that pretty giraffe? It's a colorful one. Then it becomes a conversation point, and we leave our phones and we start being humans again.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yes.
Yeah, I really love it. So thank you very much for telling your story and just sharing about your craft. So we really hope that we can get this to become like a known piece of art in Germany.
Very true. I would love it to be a piece of art that is beloved in Germany and all over the world, where people, they can be knowing that it came from South Africa and it's making a difference in our country, South Africa, and the children are getting a better relief of life, what is going to teach them how to socialize and be more open-minded to the world around and to the world and to us. Because if the parks are built safer, they learn they're from the Germans. There's an organization that in German that took care of people in South Africa, and they're like, the kids want to know what's happening in German. That makes open a diversity culture for everybody. Because like, so you mean those people, they came from German? They get to be interested in learning where are they from, what are they doing there, what happens in German. So we become an open world and a global world where we know each other.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yes.
We are as well named Roots and Bridges, because it's about building the roots for the children, where they like are nurtured and supported and know where they come from. But then bridges, meaning we want to connect the worlds together, right? And because we all think we are connected all in.
We like the name Roots and Bridges because the roots is what we need. We can be like a bamboo. Bamboo needs to grow deeper, and the deeper they go, the roots, the stronger they are. And the stronger we are as a community, we bring at the roots of our villages. That's where I came from. I didn't come from the urban place. So if my roots are deep in my urban village, where my rural areas where I come from, it makes my life very different, because I know where I'm grounded from. I'm grounded back from my village to here. So it makes us to grow in a better way and to be formed. Even when you're growing as a person, you know, oh, I still got my roots where I grew up, and this is what I learned, the good way and the bad way. That makes children not to get so lost, because if you don't have your roots, you get lost. But if I have my roots, I also always remember, oh, my mother used to say this. So those are the roots we look for, and the bridges we are trying to build to interconnect everybody. Because urbanization is very good, but it also makes us to lose our bridges and our roots where we are coming from. So we need the urbanization and our culture to blend in. So Roots and Bridges is doing that for us.